Why do we not do what we know we should be doing? You probably have some tasks that you know you should be doing, waking up earlier, working out, studying, whatever it may be. But there's this gap between knowing and doing. In this video, I want to talk about that gap. Firstly, let me just eliminate what isn't the reason for the gap. Laziness. I don't think people are lazy. Think about it. You can binge a show for hours, scroll endlessly, or play your favorite sport for as long as you want. So clearly you can act, but it's what kind of action your brain prefers. See, I knew I should be studying for my exams, but instead I was playing Minecraft. That's just what I wanted to do. I didn't want to study. I've noticed that our brains are always avoiding discomfort. Important tasks, like me having to study, usually require some sort of friction to start. It also takes conscious effort for me to study, and the activity provides no dopamine or stimulation. So our brains just nudge us towards easier, more familiar actions. It also prefers instant rewards and feedback. Even if I choose to study, I won't see the outcome or result until I've taken the exam and the results come out. That is way too long term, and my brain wants the outcome now. So of course, playing Minecraft sounds much better. I can play now, I can also see my progress now. It's also why social media is so easy to scroll. You are constantly being stimulated and are abundant in dopamine. I try to make my content less stimulating because of this. I mentioned friction in starting. What I mean is too much effort is required upfront to be in. And not only is there too much effort required, you also have an undefined outcome. Like, I don't know if I'll get good grades for sure even if I study. I've mentioned evidence and self-trust in a previous video. Let me briefly explain that too. You create a pattern based on evidence of your choices. If you constantly say, I'll do it later, but you don't actually do it later, or when you say, I'll wake up early, but you don't wake up early, then your words begin to lose credibility. Your internal promises feel weak and you stop believing yourself. Even when you do decide to act, there's no internal conviction behind it. It's why planning feels so good and productive, but execution never takes place. The gap between knowing and doing is made up of those four things: avoiding discomfort, instant versus delayed reward, requiring too much effort to start, and broken self-trust. The cycle that most people fall victim to is this. A task feels uncomfortable, so the brain chooses an easy alternative. The easy alternative gives an instant reward, and the main task gets delayed further and further. The promise to do the task is broken and self-trust decreases, so the next time it's even harder to act. So how do you fix it? Firstly, reduce the friction to start. If the task feels too heavy, make it smaller. Like when I think of studying, I imagine myself sitting there for hours, full focus. So instead, I can tell myself to just close Minecraft, open my book, and read 3 pages. That's it. Once I've done 3 pages, all of a sudden studying doesn't seem that hard. Secondly, make sure to follow a promise that you've made to yourself. If I said to myself, I'm going to study at 3 p.m., then I will study, even if it's for 10 minutes, because keeping that promise is super important, even if I don't study as long as I should have. I just need to prove to myself that I did do what I said I would. This makes it easier and easier the next time I need to do something. Thirdly, try and focus on the goal or reward. If I do study and get incredible grades, that would benefit me a lot. So instead of thinking nothing is going to come out of it, I just go in believing that my studying will pay off for sure, instead of thinking this might never work. Small decisions like this turn into your everyday life. Be someone you're proud of.